Alright, what is going on, guys? Pavel's back again, coming to do the showcase on the 1000-Year Blood War 8th Anniversary Ichigo, Max Transcended, and T20. Now, this character is an actual beast. I played with him at 1 out of 5, and even then, he felt really busted. And yeah, so shout out to Hyrin for allowing me to do this showcase, and let's just get right into it. So Soul Reaper, and he does have he is a Soul Reaper, which I think is great, considering that in the anime, like, it's like, oh yeah, by the way, you're just a cluster of everything, you know what I'm saying? He's literally a chimera. And then we have his killer. He has hollow and no affiliation killer, which is really good. I'm surprised they didn't give Quincy killer to White or this Ichigo. Going into his special move, Black Blade inflicts both weaken and drain, deals massive damage. Strong attack recharge 14% as his link. And going into his actual skills, let's pull it up right here. Now, this character has read all dodge, which I think is an interesting skill, but I personally think that they should just remove dodge from the game. Just personal preference. I feel like it's a cheeky way to inflate the difficulty of any given quest, considering that there's some quests, like the scroll quest, where the enemies have 80% chance to dodge if you don't have read the specific affiliation dodge. I think is BS. He has Sprinter +1, he has Sharpshooter, so nullify range resistance, as well as guard break, which is going to be really good for content like Extreme Co-op, where you normally would only deal 1 damage if you're a ranged character to some of the enemies. Debilitator +5 seconds, so enhanced duration for the weaken as well as the drain. Havoc 20%, increased radius for strong attacks 20%. Hit an enemy chance, so you hit the enemies that are underground, so that's going to be good against mainly Soul Reapers and Arankars. Increased status ailment chance against technique attribute enemies +10%. Now, this is going to be the skill that kind of enables everything in his kit. We have Poise as well as Poise Break, which is a new skill. Except Brave Battle. So this Poise Break, it literally just destroys the poise on enemies that have it. Mainly good for like Limit Breaker quests. It doesn't work in co-op boss. It doesn't work for co-op quests which have bosses that seemingly have poise. Apparently they don't actually have poise. Yeah, go figure. Shared complete status immunity +100%. So he pretty much, when he gets inflicted with the status ailment, I believe it's 20 seconds. It could be 10 to 15. I'm not really sure. I haven't really tested it in a long time. But either way, as long as you're standing in the puddles, then your allies will also be immune to those status ailments. Say you were to get hit by an 6th Anniversary Aizen with Drain and Weaken, you'll actually give Drain and Weaken immunity to your allies, which is pretty cool. Frenzy +3, which means that he's going to get an extra 3 hits per hit of his strong attack, so we're going to be calculating that. This is a crazy skill. I don't think it's broken, I just think it's a crazy skill to have, considering that you have characters like Tensa as well as the last 1000-Year Blood War Ichigo, where you have Frenzy +2, then you have +100% damage when the enemy is not afflicted with a status element. I think that the Frenzy +2 and then +100% damage is just absolutely nuts, because you're not even dependent on the status element chance. And then they also have like Pierce Iron Skin, which this Ichigo still needs to proc a status element to Pierce Iron Skin. He'll definitely one-shot in single-player IT. I wish co-op IT was out at the moment, but it's not. Devastation +60%, so nice soul bomb damage, not the normal 40%. And then he also has a built-in damage inflicted at full stam 20%, which will stack very well with all this full stamina damage boost. So we're going to get a 45% built into the character. Then we also have the full stam strong attack recharge links here. Lieutenant's Badge, Fortification Pill, and T-Set. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. We did give him weakened defense, and yeah, we have a total of 106% full stamina damage boost, a Berserker of 20% from the accessory, and then strong attack recharge time 48% combined. Alright, so let's take him into IT and see what we got going on here. I hope we have IT still available. It is Sunday. Nice. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. So let's actually bring in some potion units. Do you have... Boom, 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 boom. Oh, you don't have... You have this Ruruka, but you don't have the Machine Society Ruruka. Wow. Okay. I guess that this is a relatively newer account. I'm surprised you have 1400 like box space, bro. That's an insane amount. Alright, Ikoze. Damage inflicted at full stam 106%. Alright, so boom, boom. I love the Nat string. Looks good. First strong attack is going to be the 18% magnification. Now this second strong attack is what I'm talking about, like the AoE distance of the first part of it. It's okay, like 750 is still really good, like Speed Okyora's, but it's not the 960, and it doesn't have back range as you see here. The 960 would have penetrated the guys in like behind you as well, which is honestly kind of unfortunate. Ooh. Okay. 20k. This dude is just like, you don't have pure science skin, do you? I'm surprised that they didn't give this character a Sprinter +2 or a Long Stride. Oh. No, we took damage. There's only one thing we can do. Heal back up to full. I think that's my favorite thing about, like, Drain as well as increased status ailment chance. I feel like Frenzy +2, it's just so good. Look, we're already back at damage +9% with our combo damage bonus, and we took damage, like, literally in the middle of the fight. The fact that this character has a 100 hit vortex is just nuts. Alright, so let's take him into IZ and see what he can do there. I want to know what kind of damage numbers we're going to be getting, because we did IZ earlier with a 1 out of 5 Ichigo, just to test raw damage. I was kind of hoping to play Protect the Yumi Chika. I was going to bring in my Yumi Chika. Let's do this. Yukoze. Okay, cool. So, first strong attack, he does have Hollow Killer, right? And we're dealing 13,000 damage. Now, if we take this 13,000, and I think that this hits roughly... I want to say it hits 4 times consistently on an enemy, and that multiplies by 4, so it's going to hit 16 times. So this is going to be 16, multiply this by the 13,400, and we're going to get 214,000 damage if we don't hit the Weaken or the Drain. If we hit the Weaken or the Drain, we're looking at roughly like a little bit less than double, because we probably will proc it relatively early. Like if I just do this, let me see if I can do it on him. Oh, we didn't get the... I was kind of hoping to hit proc the status element, but these guys are going to die in like one hit. So 214k, 428,800 roughly hits, probably like 300k. Like 300, 350k. 1050 AoE distant. Now that's going to hit... It showed 13k. Oh, you know what? Let's do it on enemies that we have killer against, right? Alright, 21,000, 4,300. Alright, so the... Alright, so the 21,000 is going to hit roughly 20 times. So 420k there, and the 4,300 is going to hit 100 times. So it should be roughly the same number because of the magnifications being the same. This second strong attack hits as hard as other characters, if not more. No, excuse me. This strong attack hits twice as hard, if not around the same, as other people's third strong attacks. Now this is insane damage because combined, when you put it together, you're dealing roughly like 850,000. This is stupidly OP for a second strong attack, considering that this is under the assumption that you're not even proccing your Weaken in the first place. Like if you were to proc the Weaken from the main blast of the strong attack, you're looking at something like 1.5 million damage, like relatively easy. Like if you see this second strong attack, if you see a single heal proc in the beginning of it, nah, we didn't get it in the beginning of it, but that's like, oh, that's so much damage, dude. Let's check out the third strong attack. You know, actually, let me bring these guys over here. All right, let's see if we get the heal proc. Ah, still no. I mean, that was the first hit of that second strong attack too. $31,000. So that hit for almost 32,000, so we'll just count it as 32, round up. Multiply this by 16, that hits for 512k. So definitely much less than the second strong attack, but it's still very, 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 very good damage. And then when you multiply this by like 2, just like average out how much you would normally deal with this third strong attack, and you're dealing roughly like 900k damage on a third strong attack. How many times are we gonna heal here? We healed twice there. And he heals a lot. Like, it's a lot of healing. $274,000. So 1 million, 1.5 million. Yeah, it looks like 1.8 million maybe. So 274,000. Let's upgrade it to 275 just to make it easier. Weaken defense. That was with killer. Multiplies by 3 plus the initial 275,000. Yeah, like 1.8 million, like 1.88 million, excuse me. But yeah, no, that's really freaking good damage on a character that doesn't have bombardment. That's like wild. And the fact that this character gets a built-in full stamina 20% along with the increased status element chance and all the healing, like you're healing back to full stamina damage boost like all the time if you were to get hit. And I'm really bad at this game, so like that happens quite often. So these drain characters, in my opinion, I feel like they give me such a good like handicap to actually destroy the enemies, because Lord knows, like, how many times do you guys get hit for just even 1 damage, and then it's like, how much damage are you losing if you get hit 1 time? 106% damage, so you're gonna get like your damage more than halved. So yeah, I like this Ichigo at the end of the day is an absolute monster. Do I think he's best in the game? Honestly, I think he'd make a very, very, very good case for it. I think he's fighting with like Yamamoto for top spot. I think a lot of people are still saying like Yamamoto beats him because of the kit. I like Yamamoto's kit, but I'll be real with you. Frenzy plus 1 damage with no increased status element chance and very, very unreliable spiritual pressure boost on the Yamamoto. I don't really like playing with Yamamoto 1 out of 5 compared to like a 1 out of 5 Ichigo. At 5 out of 5, a Yamamoto will destroy a 1 out of 5 Ichigo, but I don't think that you even need a Ichigo if you have a 5/5 Yamamoto. Like, I'll be real with you, it's like it's complete overkill. But then again, the same is it goes the same for this Ichigo, right? If you have this Ichigo max transcended, you don't really need a 1 out of 5 Yamamoto unless you're trying to do like Quincy week, in which case K-Lab's come out with more than enough characters to like help you with that for Guild Quest in particular. If it comes between these two characters and who I'd like more, it's 100% this 8th anniversary Ichigo. Something about inconsistent damage with Frenzy plus 1 and spiritual pressure boost. I've seen it with 7th anniversary Ichigo. I've seen it with the 1000-Year Blood War Yamamoto, the power one. And I personally, I don't think that they're bad characters. It's just, I don't like the inconsistent damage. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. You guys grind on, catch up, and stay blessed. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Have a great day. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.